Hey everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel, and today's video we were going to discuss about power series and its representation to functions. So before we proceed to our main discussion, which is a functions to power series or the power series representation to functions, let's now have a review first. What is a power series? So a power series, it is a series where x is centered at 0 and it is a series of the form like this. So a sub 0 plus a sub 1 x plus a sub 2 x squared plus a sub 3 x cubed plus infinity. So kanang tulo ka dot represents the infinity siya and so on. So unsa yung na-observe habang nagapadako siya ang value sa iyahang sub numbers, ang iyahang variables exponents ang variables is mausad kung sa iyahang sub numbers, which is for example a sub 3, so x cube. Then if it is a sub 4, it is also x 4. So sabotable na siya. So it is a real numbers. The major characteristics of a power series is that it involves a variable and its convergence depends on the value that x takes. So consequently, it is important to know the set of numbers that make the power series converge. So this is its general form of a power series, which is a sub 0 plus a sub 1 and x minus c plus a sub 2 x minus c squared plus a sub 3 x minus c cubed. So it is just a substitution of the variable that you can see here, which is it is x, and as you can see in our general form, they substitute it as x minus c. So where c is also a real number, we see that this is a power series in x centered at c. So the reason will be obvious sa sunod nato na topic. So focus lang sa ato ang introduction sa general form. Then ang ato ang focus is to know and sa pag-solve ang power series and representation to functions or functions to power series. So observation to this general form is that the above power series will definitely converge when x is equal to c. Any finite partial sum of the above power series is simply a polynomial in x. So for any given power series, a sub 0 plus a sub 1, which is our general form of numbers that make it converge, is actually an interval. So interval na siya on the real number line, which is centered at c to more precisely. So para jud masabtan nato na ato ang basihan is the theorem. So for any given power series of the above form, exactly one of following is true. So it is convergent only when only for x is equal to c. And it is also convergent for all x. Then sa ikatulo niya, the number of r, so kaning r represent na siya as the radius, such that it is convergent when the absolute value of x minus c is less than the radius, and it is divergent when the absolute value of x minus c is greater than the radius. So absolute value na siyang nakakulong gani siya na duha ka bagis. So as a consequence of the previous theorem, we have the following, the definition of the set. So pasabot ana niya sa the set niya is the power series converges when x is replaced by a. and it is called the interval of convergence of the power series. So the number r in the previous term is called the radius of convergence. So matawag yung ganina na ang r mo na siya ang radius of convergence, mo na siya ang represent. Then for the given power series, so in case 1 the radius of convergence is 0, and in case 2 is the radius is infinity. So since we're done discussing or finding the introduction about the power series, we can now proceed to the computation. The representation of functions, which is discussed by by Jade Ciliacay and Ralph Delphine. So proceed. See power series of the representation of functions by power series.
Good day everyone! In this video, we're going to talk about the function and power series, or the formation of function to power series. So this is the formation of function and power series. So summation of 8r raised to the power of n equals a over 1 minus r approaches to n equals 0. So bago tayo makaproceed aning formation is dapat makuha sa natin ang a over 1 minus r. Then kung makuha na natin ang a over 1 minus r, is i-identify na natin ang value sa a of r bago tayo makaproceed rin ang formation. So kanina formation is summation of ar x raised to the power of n when approaches to n equals to 0.
And now, let's proceed to our first example, which is our function is 1 over 1 plus x cubed. First, we need to write those functions into this form. Always remember that if we multiply negative side, it will become positive. So we can write this into 1 over 1 minus x, negative x cubed. Now in this form, we can easily identify that our a is 1 and our r is negative x cubed. Now we can proceed into this form. Let's multiply the 1 into negative x cubed to the nth power. And this, if we multiply this, it will become negative 1 to the nth power negative x 3n. Ay, positive. And now in our geometric power series, it will be is negative 1 to the nth power times x 3n. This is our final answer.
So example number 2. So fx equals to x squared over 4 minus x squared. So makuha na niya ang formation is dapat ang kaning 4 is mahimo na niya siya og 1 para mahimo na siya ng information. So para mahimo na siya ng information, i-multiply nato siya into a 1/4 since 4 ang nakapunta diyan. So sa top ug sa ubos, so 1/4 so equals to x squared times 1 equals x squared. Copy the 4 over x squared. So may mo na siya og 1. X squared times 1, x squared over 4. So since nakuha na nato ni siya nga formation, identify na nato ang a o ang r. So ang a nato dali is x squared over 4. Then ang r na to dali is x squared Japon. Ano siya? X squared over 4. So next, since nakuha na nato ang a ug r, mag-proceed na tayo dali sa summation of ar x raised to the power of n approaches to n equals to 0. So from this a, i-input na nato ang a dali ang a is x squared over 4 multiply by r. R to the is x squared over 4. Since naman siya n, then next is xn
over 4. So x squared times n, mayroon ano siya of x
2n.
n multiplied by n, 2n. Then 4n, 4 is the power of n. So ang answer na to ano is x equals to x 2 plus 2n over 4 1 plus n. So muna na ang answer sa example number 2. So example number 3. Function of x equals to 3 over 4 plus x. So from this, i-copy na nato ang 3, then 4 minus, nahingo na siya negative, since positive man siya, dapat mahingo siya negative. So negative 4 minus, then negative x, para makuha nato yung information, no? May nakuha na nato eh. Para makuha nato yung information, multiply nato siya into 1/4, since 4 ang natariya. So 1/4, so 3 times 1 equals 3. Copy the 4, may na siya 3/4. So, ang 4, may na siya 1. Kaya times man mo siya sa 1/4, may na siya 1. Minus, so, negative x times 1, may na siya of 1 dyan siya. So, then copy the 4, may na siya of negative x over 4. So, since nakuha na nato ang kaning formation, i-identify na nato ang A of ang R. So, ang A na to is 3/4. 3 over 4. And R na to is negative x over 4. So, since nakuha naman nato ang formation, proceed na tayo na situation. Summation of ARX raised to the power of n approaches to n equals to 0. So, first, i-identify na ito ang A, input na ito ang A. So, ang A na to is 3 over 4. So, 3 over 4. Then, ang R na to dali is negative x over 4. So, negative x over 4 raised to the power of n. Okay, ang n dali So, next step, copy lang natin ang atong value sa A, ang 3 over 4 multiplied by negative 1. So, ang atong na negative 1 man siya. Negative 1 siya kay negative x man siya dali i-separate na to ang value sa x. So ang value man sa x is 1, so negative 1 na siya dali Then human, nandiyan may value ang x, so positive na ang x over 4. Then human, raised to the power of n. Then next step is to copy lang 3 over 4 multiplied by negative 1 times multiply by n, may mo siya negative 1 raised to the power of n. Multiply by x, multiply by n, x multiplied by n is x over x raised to the power of n. Then human, 4 multiplied by n, may mo na siya 4 raised to the power of n. So, ano na ito ang atong summation dali So, pa mag-conclude na ta sa itong answer. So, negative 1, ang answer to is negative 1n multiplied by 3xn over 4n plus 1. So, plus 1 na siya dali So, that's it.